Taysom Hill was on his way to play for Jim Harbaugh at Stanford, but took 2 years off to pursue a church mission. He then played for BYU, where he suffered 4 season-ending injuries. He was undrafted in 2017, then played for the Packers in the preseason, was cut, then picked up by the Saints. He was a special teams and gadget guy for 4 seasons, but 2 weeks ago, Drew Brees got injured. After 11 rib fractures and a collapsed lung, it was Taysom Hill's chance to be the Saints starter. Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan. Today I'm going to tell you what I liked, what I didn't like about Taysom Hill's debut, and I'm going to tell you if he should be the Saints' next franchise quarterback, or if he can be at least. Please click that subscribe button. But early in this game, I think he missed an opportunity. In the NFL, you can't be a one-read-and-go guy. Right here, Hill has an in-cut to Sanders that is open, but he vacates the pocket a half second too early. And yes, there's a defender about to clock him, but standing in the pocket and throwing while eating a hit is a staple of elite quarterback play. It wasn't necessarily a trend throughout the game, but I'd like to see a more patient Taysom Hill on this play. A few plays later, Hill throws an out route to the sideline, and he anticipates the throw, meaning he throws or at least starts his motion before the receiver comes out of his break. The NFL is not a see it, throw it league, so quarterbacks have to anticipate openings in the defense. He didn't have any picks on the stat sheet, but this is why you gotta watch the game, because he threw a perfect ball to Falcons linebacker Michael Walker. He didn't see Walker, who was just lurking in the flat. A lucky play for Hill and the Saints, but he did not have any other turnover-worthy plays in the air. He did fumble in the fourth quarter, however. Now we get to see one of his best plays of the day. Hill fakes the toss, and Thomas breaks wide open to the inside on a corner with outside leverage. It looks like an easy completion for about 12 yards, but Taysom wants more. The receiver on the top of the screen runs a go route, so the safety has to respect the big play. Hill backpedals away from the pressure as he waits for the receiver to clear and the safety to be taken out of the picture, and throws a perfect ball off his back foot to Michael Thomas. Open receiver, but a perfectly executed play by Taysom Hill. Earlier, I talked about Hill leaving the pocket too early. But the advantage of being a serious rushing threat like Taysom is that you can take off if nobody is open. Unlike earlier in the game, Taysom Hill does sit in the pocket an appropriate amount of time, reading and scanning his options before he tucks it. Throwing is always the first option, and if needed, you take off. But you gotta look to throw first and foremost, and that's what Hill did before he took off. On his play of the day, the Saints quarterback reminds us of the guy he is backing up, Drew Brees. He climbs the pocket on this play as well as I've seen. He weaves his way through a tunnel of clean grass, throws off one foot, and hits Thomas right on the numbers. You don't typically see guys with that kind of pocket presence in their first start. With 2 minutes left in the first half, the Saints faced a 3rd and 6 on the Falcons' 9-yard line. And I don't know what is said on the sidelines, or if Sean Payton was in Hill's ear, Sean McVay style, but it appears to me Taysom Hill makes an audible on this play. He is man-to-man across the board, but Hill sees that the linebacker close to Jared Cook, the tight end, is going to blitz. So the safety is going to end up covering Cook. But that safety is about 12 yards away on a 3rd and 6. So Hill potentially checks to a quick pass to Cook, and they convert the 3rd down. I go over these plays because I was impressed by the mental aspect of this game. When you think of Taysom Hill, you think of a guy that blocks punts, runs over people, and flexes on them. You don't think of a calculated, precise quarterback. It was pretty clear. that he has ingested a ton of information from Drew Brees and Sean Payton over the years. But before we get too hyped, we have to look at Taysom's downfield passing. For some reason, Hill threw 2 deep balls that floated in the air and came up way short. I'm not exactly sure why they were so underthrown. One was a 60-yard throw, so it makes sense. But the other just floated way too much. He needs to take advantage of open receivers downfield much better than he did in this game. That being said, he does have starting NFL quarterback arm strength to drive the ball before passing lanes close. Not Josh Allen or Justin Herbert level, but definitely solid and proficient enough. And now we get to the rushing ability. On short yardage situations, everyone knows what is happening. Quarterback power with everyone blocking. It's extremely difficult to stop in current form, as Taysom is a very powerful runner. But there's a chance teams catch on and start to figure it out. But it's not an overcomplicated play. It's our guys versus your guys. 10 blockers and a quarterback versus 11 defenders. But 3rd and short is a pretty easy first down for Taysom Hill and the Saints offense. He has the power, but he also has the speed. He has 4.4 type speed roughly. Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson are the only quarterbacks that would probably beat him in a race. He can turn the corner on defenders and run upfield. It's a dangerous aspect of his game, but he has to protect himself and avoid unnecessary hits. A lot of people have compared Taysom Hill to Tim Tebow, saying he's a physical athlete, but isn't a great thrower of the football. But Taysom Hill showed much better accuracy and ball placement in start number 1 than Tebow ever showed. His motion is also much cleaner than Tebow's. Tebow had that big, ugly windup, but Hill has a pure, regular throwing motion. Denver had to run a gimmicky offense to avoid forcing Tebow to make NFL throws. But on Sunday, the Saints offense was pretty typical. A few extra designs quarterbacks sprinkled in there, but overall a pretty standard offense. Now his debut as a starter was better than expected. But can Taysom Hill be the future of the New Orleans Saints at the quarterback position? Well, the quarterback position is changing. And it's changing in the favor of Taysom Hill. It's trending in a way that requires quarterbacks to extend plays and buy time in the pocket. But after watching the film, it is apparent to me that Taysom Hill is not just an athlete playing quarterback. He is a quarterback that is also an athlete. He didn't miss any throws at all, and his placement was precise most of the day. He has a clean throwing motion and good footwork. He showed good pocket movement and solid decision making. Sean Payton certainly made life a lot easier for Taysom Hill. Clever play calling, several easy reads, but Hill was able to not only execute efficiently, but make a few plays on his own. I think there is a very good chance Hill is the heir apparent to Drew Brees. Can defenses get a much better feel for trying to stop him? Absolutely. But he was plenty good enough as a pure passer and didn't show any obvious flaws in his first start. He isn't Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, or even Justin Herbert. But I do think Taysom Hill can be the Saints' next franchise quarterback.